this what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash make it a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot, I said that you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash make it a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot, I said that you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot, I said that you claim it. It's that Xbox, spin the block, his legs slide. Fast talking, no wriggling, moonwalking, selling moon rock just to make dividends. You in traffic with family? That flash make it a portrait. Gun kick back, knock grannies from porches. David on the scene, you know that it's scorching. What's a man or a king? Response to the saying, advancing the line, advancing the payment. You front the game, but shoot, I said that you claim it.
You already know the time, told my boys to hold the line. We gon' shoot it out in seconds, leave you posted like a vine. Bow your head down to the king, leave your roses at the shrine. We stay ready for the war, just need the king to drop the sign. Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? Say what you running from, what you running from. I'm with my team, we bleed green, that's what you wanted, huh? This what you wanted. This what you wanted, huh?
What's a man or a king?
Peace and blessings, and welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. Now, this is a wild Saturday because a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about, I didn't know that I will be talking about. Knights, what's good? Blessings. I try to tell you guys a lot of times, this holiday stuff, it's very depressing for a lot of people. A lot of people have a lot of things going on. And they tell you that the people that smile the most, that are happiest, feel the most. And we're gonna address that today. We got a lot of stuff that we're gonna address. Give me 1 second. All right. How you doing, brother? I hope everything is fine. I hope your day is fine. If y'all see the boxes that's in the bag, well, the envelopes, They're just waiting on one last envelope. This is the one last envelope that everything is like waiting on. I gotta put the movie in there, but all the stuff for this one is in here. And what that showed me was that I need to do more giveaways monthly. And you know what? I'm going to. I'm going to be doing. What up, Jago? What up, Sasquatch? I'm gonna do more giveaways monthly. We're gonna do at least 3 package giveaways monthly for members, and they're so random that like you can win one time and win again, and you definitely wouldn't get the same stuff. It's a lot of stuff. But what got me onto doing this, besides the fact that oh, you know what? I think I can show it. Let me see if I can show it, because I do have video. Let me see. All right, cool. All right, so I'm gonna show you the video right now. Do a full day work. All right, so this is Hip Hop Gamer and myself, and we work with schools with getting video games to kids, and they get paid. And this is video, of the sessions, how it goes, so you can see it.
Like, if you got to call somebody or whatever, go ahead. It's no problem.
Danielle, you want to call? Dude, let me call the parents, please. Who else needs to call parents? Okay, wait.
Oh, yeah, whoever needs to call parents, yeah, please call the parents. That's just it.
So, that's him and I working in some schools. So the whole room is kitted out really nicely. If you can see the floors is done impeccably. The wall has mural art on the wall. They all have laptops with 5080s in them. And right now they're playing 2 games. RoboCop Rogue City. Another one is South of Midnight. And we're going to, and they get paid per session for being there, but there's a whole curriculum that we wrap around this aspect of it, and it's all about teaching them their value, because a lot of times children don't know they have worth, and that school can be fun. And it also can be profitable, especially in the long term if you're continuing with your schooling and building a bond with your teachers and your classmates, and understanding that the tech that is growing around us isn't to be demonized, right? As we were growing up, we were told that video games was bad, that it will rot your brain. Shout out to AKW. And it was just, my mother said it would lead to absolutely nothing. And I'm going to get to how this led to something else, right? How this space led to something else. But it's this height of giving back to the youth, giving your time to the youth, building at the fundamental building blocks of their characters, their currency, knowing that there's other ways, seeing that there's other ways to be successful in the world. No one, you don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer. You damn sure don't have to be a drug dealer or someone that has to do scamming things in order to be successful. There are other ways, and you can do it with your passion. So with us showing that, with showing and proving, because kids need to see that, it's possible. this is real. And we give them tangible things for them to achieve. So it was very heartwarming for that. But with every heartwarming story we have some hurtful stories. Yesterday on Fight Night Fridays, right? So we do Fight Night Fridays on the sister channel. That's Frontline Gaming Stream. Frontline Gaming Streams. I'm kind of messed up over it because I've had tragedy strike my life in many occasions, right? Be it through friends, through myself, or whatever, you know. And through that process, as humans, we always have hope and faith, right? We live by hope and faith. Because without hope and faith, we have fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And with that comes depression and despair. And we can't dwell in those spaces because those spaces are very harsh and very brutal on us. Now, I want to address the Lamar Wilson passing. I found Lamar Wilson. I got the exact video that I found Lamar Wilson. And you know what he showed me? He showed me in this content creation space, because I didn't see a lot of people of my color, and especially someone that was heavy set, you know, and was a little older, but was, you know, my color doing tech. You know, usually you see people that don't represent you in a space, but I saw him and he was doing it with such glee and such passion. And I found him through this video. I got to show you the video because it was impactful, because I was looking for more information on this. Hold on. I crafted something for him because I feel that, you know, he was infectious with his energy and amazing. I'm going to mute myself while this plays because this is my first introduction to him.
Lamar Wilson. How you doing? Good to see you, Lamar Wilson here. Back with another video where I talk about gaming and tech, and today is a combination of both. Because, ladies and gentlemen, in this box is the Xbox One X Reviewer Edition. I say Reviewer Edition because this is the reviewer box that Xbox sent out to several people. Several people have this. I'm not the first, but I'm gonna be the craziest. No, seriously, I'm really excited. Just to let you know a couple things. There is an embargo with this. I'm allowed to unbox it, show you everything that's in it, and I can do all of that up to plugging it in. Cannot plug it in and show you anything powered on until November 3rd, if I choose to do a review. So just let you know, November, if you don't see anybody powering up and you get mad, why can't you show us games? That's the reason. It's under an embargo, a restriction from Microsoft until that date. And then you can see more of our opinions. They'll give me a week to play with it and see what I think about the 4K. Also, just like to let you know, just right off the bat, if you don't have a 4K TV, not planning on getting one, this is not for you. But hang around and still watch. But just understand the Xbox One X is for those 4K gamers who want that 4K experience. Let's go. The first thing, I have already opened the box, but I have not looked to see all the details because I want to be surprised like you. I stayed away from everybody's Twitter pictures. Some people were spoiling it for me, and I'm like, I hate you. Anyway, Boogie 299, you showed everything. I'm playing. But okay, first of all, why is the box? Hold on a second. Table. Why is the box so awesome? Like this, I'm not sure I'll throw away this box. I like this box. So that's the box, and then it has this part here. You probably already saw it in the thumbnail, like that. And so, I just want to make sure you get every view. So let's raise this table back. Okay, right there. All right, I want to make sure you get everything. So I might just do this one take. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling one take because that way it's less to edit. Sorry. It's unbelievable. I can talk a full 10, 14, 15 minutes. I used to be a teacher, so that's why. Anyway, so let's start with the top. So we have this. I just love all the little digital things. Again, I want to reiterate. When you buy an Xbox One X, you will not get this box. So just understand, all this pretty stuff is for the reviewers to showcase to you so that you can go and spend your money. That's the point, though. Anyway, let's take the.
And it's with a heavy heart that I, have to talk about his passing. What I want to first put up, before I get into the video and the fun that I saw in that video and the reason why you see the things in my background, I'm gonna tell you, if you're struggling with anything, if you're struggling with depression, if you're struggling with you can't cope, if you feel that you've lost hope, if you feel in any way that you're cracking under the pressure of day-to-day life or it's just becoming too much, please reach out to 988 Lifeline. If you need to talk to someone, the Lifeline is there. You can call, text, chat. It's also, if you can't hear, they do have hearing impaired. Please give that one last Hail Mary before there is no other option to do anything. Like I said, it's 988. That's the Lifeline. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can call, text, chat. It's for hearing impaired as well. Life is it's rough, and there's a lot of us here that are available to, if you want to reach out, if you want to talk, if you want to have. This is the reason why I do Fight Night Fridays. This is the reason why the Discord is open, that you could jump inside the Discord. I'm trying to build a community of togetherness that when times are rough, maybe we can find a solution together. Maybe there's a solution if we all put our minds together to come up with a solution outside of deletion. I've had several friends of mine that have self-deleted over the years, and it's around this time, this holiday time, where that level of depression creeps in. So again, so what I saw in the video, and the reason why the video impacted me so much, did y'all see his shelf? The shelf in the back was a shelf for me because he had like a little plushie, and I don't know if that was him as the plushie with the headphones, but he had the plushie with the Mario plushie that was there, and he had Iron Man there, and so immediately, and he had Sonic, and he had Xbox, and immediately I was attracted to everything. So if y'all see the background, y'all see it's white, right? The shelving is white, right? And I got his table. My table goes up and down too. I got the table that he has. There's a lot of people in this content creating space that I've always wanted to meet and talk to. And I'm talking about just digital content creators, us. You know, the first time I fanboyed out over Anchorman. Because I was watching his videos all the time. Like all the time I was watching his videos. And to jump into a chat and he's in there with my cousin and they're talking. And it's to this day, it still blows my mind. He did one of the greatest things when we was in California. He had held my book bag because I had forgot my book bag at an event, and he had picked it up for me. And we had to go to his Airbnb to go get it. It was the sketchiest neighborhood, but he knows the story. And he was just one of my idols at the time. and another one was Dealer. They say never meet your idols, but I say meet them. Meet people that inspire you. Dealer inspired me. Dealer inspired me because he gave a raw, great opinion of what Xbox was, because I didn't know there was so much negativity surrounded it by outside people, and I would watch the podcast. That was probably one of the only few podcasts that I actually do watch, and that I was watching on a regular, and I got a chance to be on the show on numerous occasions and befriend a lot of the people that was on his show, and Dilla was just such a genuine person, and in generosity, he always kept it real. Because in this space that you're gonna come across a lot of fake and phony people, man. And I'm so serious about this. Like, if you don't see me rocking with somebody, it's because either if I came across them, they're fake and phony, right? Just really. And Dilla was so real, man. He told us, bro, your mic's like trash, like trash. Get it together. But he showed us though. He told us and showed us. He showed us how to get it, and he wasn't he because remember, Dilla was the alpha, right? In this podcasting space, don't front on him. And a lot of times when you're that high, you gatekeep. You ain't bringing the little guys onto your show and treating them like equals. Me and him was playing. The last game that we played was Torchlight 2. And, I haven't spoken to him in a while, and I'm going to reach out to him. The last game we played was Torchlight 2. He will always try to get me to play 2K gaming. 2K basketball. Always. He's a 2K basketball nut. But I say that to say that there's inspiration around everywhere, and a lot of these people I get a chance to meet, but one of the people that I wanted to meet so bad was Lamar. One of the people that I wanted to meet so bad because he influenced a lot of my behavior. Like, you see the being yourself, being real, able to have fun and smile and show off your background. He understood that you have to be entertaining. You have to have a pleasing background. And he was always front and center on the camera. And that's exactly what I'm going to take away from his wonderful channel, his wonderful energy. That it felt like watching a cousin or brother. So I just want to say, with condolences to his family, I'm going to miss you, brother, on everything. Because honestly, seriously, your video helped shape whatever this thing turned into. You take bits and pieces from people that inspire you, and you truly inspired me to know, and I hope I inspire plenty of other people to get up and do. Because you never know. You just never know who you're going to spark that essence to, and they're going to just take off with it. So I just wanted to do that, and I want you to know, man, if you're feeling like this stuff is becoming overwhelming because in this time, or you can't buy gifts for somebody, or your bills got you, and there is relief, there's help, there's people to talk to, there are things before you feel like that's it. Reach out. But okay, you see the topic. AI is destroying gaming, man. It's destroying gaming in a way that I kind of foresaw. It's taking gaming down a very destructive path, because let me tell you something. When greed sets in, especially in corporations, when greed sets in, you start to see your traditional company act strange. Now, I understand in this economy, Because a lot of people don't want to say it. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people don't want to use the R word because the R word is absolutely bad. Recession. They don't want to say it because their channels get flagged, their videos get demonetized, it gets shadow banned. Because what they don't want you doing is talking about this stuff. Now, the economy, you can say in the 2000s, the late 90s, the economy was in a decent place that you were able to afford a couple of consoles and just continue to move on. See, today consoles are different. Today consoles, you purchase the console, but you need to have online, and that's pretty much tied to whatever service platform that they're offering to you. They kind of sweeten it up with, okay, so you want to play with your friends, which the whole idea of being online is playing with your friends, right? We're going to get into the PC aspect of it. Don't worry about it. But then they try to sweeten things up with third-party games and their services having the ability to retro play your games, or in some services having the ability to cloud save. Some services have back compat and cross play, play anywhere. There's different avenues in their services what they try to hook you in, because today it's not like you go and pick it up a Super Nintendo. We would pick up a Super Nintendo, we would pick up a game, and that'll be it. A Genesis, a game, that's it. TurboGrafx, a game, that's it. Play a game to your heart's content. Get up to buy another game, trade your game in, or keep your game and add to your collection. Some people like to collect, some people like to trade to keep it going. Some people went to Blockbuster, Redbook, or your local video store, or actually trade it with friends. That's how gaming was. Oh, Gamesley, man, with the 5 memberships. I salute you, soldier. I want y'all to thank these individuals that are gifting these memberships to you, because it gives you the opportunity, because next month on the first live show of next year, I'm going to do the raffle again and get people to get that prize. So if you see the prizes in the back, that's going out, and the only one that's holding it up is this one. I realized today that I have the Staple brand ones, and then I brought another one. So, the 4 extra, because it was only going to be 6, and I extended it to 10, because I just feel that everybody should get something. If this is the only thing that you get for Christmas, you're going to be super happy, because I'm giving you dinner and a movie and stuff, right? So you're going to be super happy with it, and that's me to you. So thanks, Gamesley, for doing that. I appreciate you, brother. Swear, I really appreciate you, because there's a lot of people that can't afford memberships, and through gifting, that gives them the opportunity to see some of the stuff that I have in the background. Y'all can check those videos out. I got more videos coming, like my top 5 RPGs. That one is that one is dragging me because I want to do that one, and I got top 5 platformers and stuff like that. So, and we're gonna get to 3D fighters, my top 5 3D fighters. But that's how gaming was, and to a greater extent now, that's not how it can be. Because now, see, before you was able to buy all 3 consoles and be ha-ha, and even if a side console pop up like the Wonder Swan or something like that, you was able to cap that. You're like, oh, I got that, or Neo Geo Pocket or whatever, Neo Geo console. You was able to do that because it was a one and done thing. It was a isolated, locked off ecosystem. Now they have walled garden ecosystems of consoles where they're online, but they are walled off from the greater access of the internet. It's not feasible today. When you see Sarkana come out and Xbox is down 70% from last November in hardware sales, you say to yourself, well, and I'm going to get to the product of AI doing what they're doing. But you say to yourself, damn, they're doing absolutely bad. But the dollar number places them in a good position. Why do I care about the dollar number? Why do I care about 70% being down? I care about that because you ask yourself about the viability of your console, and is your console going to be alive? If it's going to be around. See, Microsoft did something that was different and unique where they placed themselves here. When I explained to somebody that they ascended to a space where they transcended the hardware not being an actual issue to sell, they have moved here. PlayStation is in the infancy stages of doing that, right? So PlayStation shows up with 40% less than last year, last November. Now that's a shocker because you will always hear about how well hardware is selling. And you will say to yourself, damn, if these guys are 70% and they're 40%, but you got to look at what was sold, right? So the what was sold tells you the true story. So if 40% less than 20 million, that's a different number than 70% less than 5 million. You understand? That's a greater, that 40% is larger. But either way, it's still bad. Because that means during the time when they're supposed to be buying consoles, nothing is selling. Right? They tell you everything is fine. They're putting the happy sad on, but it's not. It's actually bad. It's all bad. Then you get to Nintendo. Well, you say, well, they launched the console like, man, yo, listen, my Switch 2 just came out, man. It's lit. I just got it. Yeah, man. It's selling like hotcakes. Not to be true. Not to be true. That's down 10%. Where you would expect people during this holiday season will be buying more, placing the console in the hands of the people that want it. Even if you're going to treat yourself, you would expect that number to be positive, a plus, not to be so. Software, it's the lowest it's been since 1995. What the F is that? You could say live service games has eroded it. You could say service platforms has eroded it. But regardless to what, the game hours are down compared to 1995. So hardware, software, game hours, and people are leaving the ecosystem. We're down 24% of younger individuals gravitating towards our chosen medium, gaming. And you're saying, what the hell is doing this? Is it the change in times? I believe it's the change in times. I believe it's a lot of things that leads up to this, but the majority of the things that's leading up to this is the corporate greed when it comes to AI. Now, I'm going to tell you something that is truly going to affect how Xbox Magnus looks. I'm going to tell you how Steam is going to look. I'm going to tell you how PlayStation is going to look. Nintendo's really probably locked in for the next 10 years based upon they already have their chipsets and stuff done by NVIDIA. Not saying that they won't be affected. They will be affected, but they don't have to launch new hardware. Their hardware pretty much set. So whatever hardware they do have can go up in price. You said let AI polish stuff. Yeah. Legendary Intel, did you hit me in my DMs? Last day I'm going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you again. It was you and Lycos. You guys didn't hit me, and I'm just going to let it be. I'm not going to tell you again. This thing here. NVIDIA plans heavy cuts in its GPU supply. Now, NVIDIA reportedly plans to cut 30 to 40% in its GeForce GPU production in early 2026. No, it's not 30%, it's 40%. You're going to look at the whole as 100, right? They're only going to have 60% production rate. That 40% is really being taken away from the consumer aspect of it. Because the larger sales, oh, welcome to Soldier S Rank. I salute you, Soldier. Double EJ. I salute you. Blessings. Thank you for signing up. I appreciate you. Check out the videos in the background. Let me know what you think. More videos is going up. And I'm going to get, listen, I've been doing a lot. I'm going to get back to members getting videos first, right? Members that get the videos usually 5 to 6 hours ahead of time. And you guys get a chance to watch it without having to sit through the whole thing. The production of these GPUs, the majority of them is going up against AI. Now, NVIDIA can't get enough GDDR7 memory to produce all these GPUs at the current rate. The reason why is a lot of this memory is being taken up by AI. So what is that going to do? It's going to drive the cost up of GPUs from the astronomical cost that we see already. Do you remember when Bitcoin and Ethereum and all these other coins, and they were data mining these coins, and they had all these legendary Yobi? Oh man, my brother, I salute you, Soldier. He gifted 5 Xbox Frontline memberships. Man, blessings. I appreciate you. Remember that? That it got so bad that California had to put restrictions on you buying GPUs and how many you was able to buy and the power draw you was able to have within your household. It got to that extent. Same thing like the crisis they have with the water. Their water is built on a whole different infrastructure. There's one family that controls all their water. But again, this thing is something totally different. Their power grid was based upon data mining farms that they would have, that they found out about, that was buying up all the GPUs. You don't remember when the GPUs came out and it was like $500-$600 and then all of a sudden it got crazy? And you're sitting there like, why the hell are we in Japan and Sovereign is looking to spend $2,000 on a 5090? Why is that a thing? Yo, AI is going to take away our drinking water. You understand why AI is going to take away our drinking water? He's not joking. Okay, you laugh. He's not joking. What they've realized, and this is what China has done, they have a lot of underwater farming with keeping it cool, right? A lot of times you have these servers that are, the RAM card I was looking at a few weeks ago went from 280 to 460. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, you said, yeah, okay, so you're laughing, talking about put them into outer space, underwater, outer space. What does it start to look like? Who's sending it up there? How is it gonna cost? With Microsoft taking away from gaming, remember when I said they're going to start to look different, they're going to start to look strange, they're going to start to move funny, and we're watching the funny movement of Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo to a lesser extent. See, the way that Sony is positioning themselves, and this is the reason why I would tell you, member, Soltech member for 12 months, Soldier S Rank. I salute you, Soldier. Shout out to Frontline Gaming. Please like and subscribe. Blessings. Thank you. The way they're positioning themselves with that portal to have an affordable device. Now, let's say the portal goes up by $50-$60. Really, it's not too much stuff there that's inside the device that forces the price to go up too high. it can go up to 30 something. Right now, the portal's at its lowest price. And let me tell you why that little device was a stroke of genius, in the sense that and let's say they did know that the oncoming threat of AI will produce RAM shortages, GPU shortages, inflation to an extent that the tech area can't keep up with the silicon. Let's say they did know this, right? Let's say they were clairvoyant and they had a crystal ball, much like myself, Mr. 98% right all the time. Let's say they did that. Well, this device that they did put out, and with the software updates that they're having, is making it that you're only beholden to their servers and actual console isn't necessary, right? So now that you get this device and you buy your games digitally, holy, this is what they want, and the price of the device can actually stay low, well, then they can give you a second iteration of the same device at a lower price, and hashtag no PlayStation 6 turns into a thing. Do you think PlayStation is in the business of selling you $1,000 machine? Do you think Xbox? Well, Xbox doesn't give a damn. That's what I'm talking about, the strange. You know why they don't give a damn? Check it. They've positioned themselves now. Beerus 507. Where you been, Beerus? With the $2 super chat. Thank you, Yobi, for the sub. That's blessings, bro. Yo, man, that's blessings, bro. That's blessings. What up, back? You know why they don't give a damn? They position themselves that play anywhere, play on any device. Yo, go get your phone. You don't have to buy nothing else. You just got this. This is an Xbox. Don't worry. You're the center of everything. With this thing happening right here, right? This is the thing that I try to tell y'all the most, that these guys were worrying about. Here we go. You're the center of the gaming, with the ROG, with cars, with laptops, with a lower SKU Series S, with the Series X, with your cell phone, with your TVs. You're the gamer. You're the center of all of this. This is how they transitioned to try to distract you from the rising cost of consoles. Remember when I told you I do not believe that they're going to manufacture the console themselves. I believe that they purchase the chipsets, the chiplets from AMD, and they're going to disseminate those chipsets to their partners that are going to manufacture the consoles, and the consoles will go out. They will be called Xbox consoles based upon them actually giving up the chipsets and setting the baseline for what the console needs to be, will be. The user interface will be all into the same way. The same way they feel with that ROG is the same way. I honestly believe that. This is no inside information. This is just me looking at the tea leaves, me seeing how they're acting with the ROG, me understanding that it's beneficial for them to do so and focus on where they make all the money. Console manufacturers don't make money on consoles. They make money on software. So Microsoft, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo wants to sell you as much software as possible. So if you don't think that the next handheld is going to be a completely little digital handheld from PlayStation, then you're fooling yourself. I don't see them making a $900 machine at all. At all. Because they already breached the $750 mark with the Pro. You can't introduce, and those prices aren't going back. They're not getting lower. They're actually talking about price raises. So again, let's just be smart here and start using our freaking noodles. All right, there's a lot of us that play that sheep crap. Let's not be sheep right now. Let's be real right now. Let's talk about it in real science terms. Let's just say. That's not going back. They're not in the business of selling you consoles at that price. They won't be. They can't be. It's not something that I honestly think they're entertaining. Ever. All right. Now, one rumor that was going on, legendary, with the £2 super chat, DM Discord, cloud is more efficient for them. Blessings. Thank you. Thank you in the Discord. It's more efficient for them. It's more efficient for Xbox. It's more efficient for Nintendo. Understand they want you to own absolutely nothing and make sure that you have everything. It's like going to a buffet. You're not able to take a doggy bag home with you. You go to the buffet, you eat. You spend your time there, you get out and you go. If you get hungry later, you got to buy more food. Do you see it? You see it? It's not like you pay for your food in a restaurant. You don't eat that much. You take some home. You have some for later. It's not how it goes here. It's a buffet. Eat as much as you like. Have as much fun as you like. But hey, guess what? You take nothing with you. Get up out of here. But something else that Samsung had to talk about, and I got it. I had it right, but I got it wrong the other day, right? So I had it right, but I got it wrong. Now, the reportings that I got, and I have 4 different sources that I got the sources from, that say that Korean SSD supplier Samsung was phasing out that aspect of their business and getting away from producing SSDs, which would be detrimental to us. It would be horrific. I saw white papers that Microsoft had that said the next consoles, this is the reason why I was very confident that the Series X and X will have SSDs in it, because I had it on severe confidence from someone that all future peripherals, consoles that utilize that screen and certain tech, it was just in the language, had to have an SSD. It was absolutely necessary. That was even before I even found out about PlayStation's ridiculous SSD that they had in it, and that's the reason why I was saying the stuff that I was saying. But if you get over here and you see, no, Samsung isn't phasing out the consumer SSD business as the Korean giant denies ongoing rumors. Now, very recently, the ongoing rumors was forcing companies to take sides in where they would sell their wares. Kenneth Williams, 6123, member for 12 months. I salute you, Soldier. Soldier X rank. Xbox and Nintendo are the two carrying the software of games going into the future. PlayStation has less software to produce. We're going to talk about their positions in the marketplace based upon they're able to produce, their production, and their profit margins that the companies are looking to establish and achieve. All right, so Samsung consumer SSDs are here to stay, but the supply chain faces a huge bottleneck amid the AI frenzy. Now, a lot of you guys thinks that them coming out saying that they will still continue to be in that aspect of the business means that regardless to what, you're going to get SSDs at the rate that you're going to get them. I believe that to be a lie. I believe that they're going to phase it down to the point where, yeah, we're still producing. Just the same way NVIDIA says that they're only going to produce 60% of their GPUs with where's that other 40 going? To the private sector. I believe that. Blessings be nice. I salute you, Soldier. I believe that. I believe Samsung sees that money. They want in. Everybody wants a piece of the cash. With companies like OpenAI receiving billions upon billions of dollars based upon the tech that they have, and you have Anthropic and all these other ones working with Microsoft to move the needle and make sure that AI is the focal point of the future, with China and other countries focusing heavily on the AI infrastructure, with removal of jobs and all of this, with the incentive to make more money off the backs of those that are still working. You will see these companies abandon the regular business models, because we're in a place where right now, if you haven't noticed, we haven't been purchasing a lot of things. Why? We don't have the money. So where are these corporations going to go to? Other corporations that do have the money. Do you see? You see, it's the same thing. It's like somebody comes inside your store, you're a store owner, and you say, buy or leave. They come in. If they don't have any money, you got to get out, right? But you're going to make sure that you sell to those truckers that's coming in, because those truckers come in hungry with money, right? There's some diners that only cater to truckers. You got to really start to understand, when we don't fit the bill, they find somebody else who will. It's very simple. So the rise in prices in consoles are going to go up. The rise in prices in memory is going to go up. The rise in prices in SSDs are going to go up. And the scarcity in which these devices will be available to us will force PCs to go up, will force consoles to go up. That you will now say, okay, damn, I'm going to get a streaming device, something I can stream these games. This is the reason why streaming is becoming so good, along with the AI infrastructure that they have. Because you see right now, where is it? What is this one? No, that's the DLC title. You see right now, Microsoft is talking and touting how cloud gaming is out of beta. It's in 29 countries. It's up 45%. They're talking about India and Brazil being one of the fantastic places, with Argentina with their infrastructure is bringing up the numbers. With PlayStation focusing heavily on a portal, wherever those companies is forcing you, know that it's not good for you as a consumer. You're supposed to have absolute freedom of choice. Now, Microsoft gives you freedom of choice, but at what cost? Because that Series X and that Series S wasn't the same price that they launched it at, right? Same thing with the PlayStation. Same thing with the Nintendo. This is a strange fruit. This is a strange time. And going forward, AI is destroying, crushing, and killing gaming. And everybody we're fighting amongst ourselves, talking about who's better. None of them. Absolutely none of them. None of them are allowing you to actually, and listen, you sometimes can't even get a physical copy of your game. You probably think, like, you go to the store, you be like, yo, I'm going to get a physical copy of this game. You're going to go home and notice that you got to download. Oh, your physical game changes so bad. Yo, Coco is inside her house. I got these little tiny houses. Let me show you one. Come here, Bella. Come here. Come here. Oh, man, she jumped inside. Bella jumped inside her tiny house. I said it, Bella, go and run in there. They got these little... All right, these little movable tiny houses, right? You can just put them anywhere. And they have a little pillow inside, and they're plushy, and they can get inside, in and out. And Coco decided to get in hers and roll around. Bella's looking at her, and I think Coco is laying on the door to get out. So, yo, you all right over there? Yeah. It's like watching children. Frenchies are insane. Boston Terrier and Bella. They are insane. Listen, to sum this up so we can get to the other topics, because, you know, we only got an hour show and I'll be going long. Look at this one fighting with her thing. She's moving her pillow around. The prices are always going to go up. Remember when everybody is saying they're forcing you to PC, they're forcing you to PC? Well, how that PC going to look when you got a GPU that's going to cost you $4,000? Because right now, you got GPUs that's costing you $2,500, right? How is that PC going to look to you getting it? So you're going to say, oh, Steam is going to do it. Steam is going to save me. I'm going to tell you something. Y'all keep on talking about Steam like Steam is this wonderful situation, right? They're another one that's pushing you in a different situation that's going to make you say, oh no. Right? Look, Steam Deck LCD production is coming to an end. Valve's budget handheld gaming PC will no longer be available once stock is gone. Valve appears to be winding down the Steam Deck LCD in the U.S., leaving the pricier OLED model as the main option for new buyers going forward. Oh, but I thought Steam was here to save me. I thought Steam was my friend. You stupid buckethead. Let me tell you something. They damn sure ain't your buddies, and they damn sure ain't your friends. All right? So they give you a console. They produced a lot of those little handhelds, right? And y'all think they produce it as soon as I call in, they make mine right then and there. Stupid. They got a whole damn warehouse of it. Once that stock runs out, boom, all you got left is the higher price stock, right? Because they getting ready to bust you upside your damn forehead with the Steam Deck too. But hold on, wait a second. You need to get the Steam machine, baby. Oh, you need that Steam frame? You need that new controller? Listen, they're not your damn friend either. With them talking about that Steam machine, dudes thought that Steam machine, and I ain't gonna lie, I was one of them based upon old metrics. I got to get those old metrics out of my head. Shout out to Legendary Intel with the $2 super chat. Microsoft brought up the chips for the ROG Ally. Yo. You're stupid. Nah, they brought up them chips for that Magnus though. 50 million of them. They brought 50 million. Hey, y'all saying like who they sell it to? You'll see. Because I know a lot of you are gonna say, well, they didn't sell 50 million consoles this go round. They had 40 something. That's a good projection of a lifetime to understand that you will sell equal or greater than going forward with the strategy you have in place. Right? You buy 50 million. You got to figure out there's going to be some fails in there, and whatever buybacks AMD does give back on the Magnus chiplets, whatever deal that they work out is really not my concern. What my concern is the fact that all of these manufacturers of consoles, due to current, and I know y'all heard this a lot, due to current economic climate, the cost of the brick has gone up. This is no longer what we used to see. You see, a lot of guys' predictions was based upon normal conditions. AI took a monkey wrench and threw it straight in the middle of your face. Kind of like how Jake Paul felt with AJ punching him in the middle of his face and breaking his jaws, shattering his tooth. Like that. With knowing the position that we're in, software production is at an all-time high, right? So right now, let me tell you something. You know what the sneaky thing that Xbox is doing? You got to see it, because if you don't see the business aspect of it, then you're not going to understand what they're trying to do. All right, so you see all those games that they give you inside Game Pass, day ones, whatever, boom, boom. Oh, you're loving it, right? Okay, check it. You know that the DLC is separate from their day one drops, right? You do understand that when you purchase Game Pass and you get that game for free, you get the base game for free. You don't get the deluxe edition. You don't get anything else. You get the base game. And then any other DLC is all on you. Well, what does Microsoft do that you think that, what do you think they're going to do, right? They are doubling down on giving you boatloads of Xbox DLC and title updates in 2026. Microsoft published Xbox games are getting loads of DLC and updates in 2026 with the releases of Doom: The Dark Ages, Outer Worlds 2, what is it? What's the other games? Ninja Gaiden 4, World of Warcraft Midnight, the Doom: The Dark Ages one, we don't know exactly what that one is. The Two Masters is coming to Ninja Gaiden 4. Age of Mythology is going to get an update. Age of Empires, Outer Worlds 2, Diablo, the pending Lord of the Hatred DLC is coming. Shattered Space, remember that? Well, you're going to get an update. Holy. You're going to get an update to Starfield 2 Starfield that's going to make it feel like Starfield 2. They're going to add so much to it, but that game is going to be available on the PlayStation. Now check out how diabolical they are. This is where diabolical is the definition of the term. Yeah, they're going to sell them the base game with the DLC separate, right? With Shattered Space separate, with all that stuff that they could buy, yo. So yeah, they mess around and get Starfield at like a cost of like $200. You don't remember when Forza Horizon was like $150 and it was paying for the higher version? Do you remember when Indiana Jones and they had the higher version and it was paying? Yo. Okay, so this is how it benefits Xbox people. We got the base. As long as you say in Game Pass, you got the base. You don't have to pay the $70, $80, or whatever the hell the base game costs. But that DLC, you gotta pony up for the DLC, right? So we pretty much start at the baseline of the DLC, and from there we're good. But if you ever want to leave Game Pass, do you know that I have a bunch of DLC that I don't have the base game that I paid for, but I ended the base game, but I still own the DLC? That leaves a game that's incomplete. Have you ever had a game leave Game Pass, but you brought DLC and didn't own the actually main game, and you had to turn around and buy the main game after it left Game Pass, and you didn't get the 10% off or the deal that they gave you right before it left? Have you ever been in that position that they warn you ahead of time, this shit leaving, and your ass didn't buy it? But then you regret it later because you wanted to jump in and play it? It happened with Mortal Kombat. Just recently, Mortal Kombat 11, I had to get the base game because I brought the DLC. And we use it on Fight Night Friday. So, my dumbass didn't see it leaving. Didn't click and buy it when the sale was on. It left, had to buy it, brought it. Because I got DLC that's sitting there saying I'm not connected to anything. Do you see the hustle on the digital scale? Do you see the hustle on the digital scale? You own, but you own a little bit. It's like your house. You own the house, but you don't own the land. Government could come and just take that. Whoop! You're left with what? Help me. That's exactly how I felt. Well, PlayStation ain't even got that option. Nah, you got to buy the whole kit and caboodle. You got to get that money for the base. And then you want that DLC. We got that. You like that? This is what you wanted, right? You get that. That's what happens. So shout out to Xbox for being exactly who I said they were. They're going to get you. Now, they're going to give you, they let you believe that all this is beautiful. Don't ever forget to make sure you know when the game you love is leaving Game Pass and you brought DLC. Because you will be the one to have to fit the bill to get back to the game that you love. Because that DLC, oh, that's yours. But that main game, oh, that belonged to them. Now, hey, that's all you guys. Figure that part out. All right. I think I'm gonna have to bend the knee on this one. I think I'm in trouble here. This is not the first time I've heard this. Now, normally you hear stupidness from individuals that, I don't care about them. But when And if you haven't, or we record Lords After Dark today, right? So if you're looking for your fix of Iron Lords podcast on Sundays and you can't really find it, go to the Insider Gaming app, download the Insider Gaming app, and you can watch Lords After Dark, and Iron Lords podcast is there in a sense. It's not the same thing as Iron Lords podcast where we don't curse. Well, we're not willy-nilly cursing for no reason, but it's more of a cigar talk, a more of a lounge talk, a really just a really a down-to-it realistic take on it without all the comedic flair. So you're not really going to get me yelling out pause and all that other stuff there. You're going to get kind of what you get here. Like you get a little bit of jokes here, but not too many. You really get to the serious nature of it because, to be honest with you, I think that works best in certain environments, right? Sunday, you're just trying to wind down and you just need that motivation to get to the week, and you got to bring that funny. You know, that's the reason why I love Lamar Wilson. You know, you got to bring the funny because people depend on the funny. But this thing here, Insider Gaming comes up with this, and this is Sam Sepulveda. Halo Studios plans to remake the original trilogy, it's claimed. Now, this is not the first time I've heard this. Now, honestly, One Pump Man was good. Dip Down was good. Yo, Eternal was good. Yo, I want Dip Down. Put your merch store in the chat, bro. Dip Down, put your merch store. Dip Down went over to the fourth wall. Hold on, let me put my face, man. Yeah, let me tell you something. What I am extremely proud